Every newborn photographer should say no sometimes, and that's not a weakness, it's professionalism. I say no when a pose isn't safe, and I say no when a baby says no. That's why preparation matters. A well-fed, milk-drunk baby can make all the difference and reduce unnecessary tears. I also say no when a session runs too long. After 3 hours, the baby is tired, and so is the photographer. And as artists, we do not create our best work when everybody is exhausted. I encourage fewer guests in the studio. Too many people, especially grandparents, can unintentionally challenge the process and disrupt the baby. And finally, I ask parents to trust my style. Pinterest isn't a guide, my own gallery is. Knowing when to say no is exactly how trust is built and how babies are kept safe. What makes a newborn photographer experienced? Experience isn't about how many years you've owned a camera. Years don't equal experience. Handling babies does. Real experience comes from how many newborns you've actually worked with, how many different temperaments, sleep patterns, and surprises you've seen. It's knowing when to stop before a baby becomes unsettled. It's reading tiny body signals instantly. A change in breathing, a finger twitch, a shift in muscle tone. It's adjusting without panic. And most importantly, it's having a backup plan in the middle of a session. Because babies don't follow short lists. Experienced photographers don't force baby to perform. They go with the flow and take the lead from the babies. That's what experience really looks like. My name is Sissi Wang. Follow me for more baby photography topics. Why can't parents create better photos? Newborn sessions aren't just about the baby. They are about the energy in the room. Babies feel everything. They can't understand words yet, but they can read nerve systems perfectly. If mom's is intense or parents are intense, baby is tense. If dad is anxious, baby senses it. That's why before I even lift my camera up, my first job is to calm the room. I slow my voices, I move gently, I reassure, I explain what I'm doing. Because a relaxed parent creates a relaxed baby. And a relaxed baby creates beautiful images. Newborn photography isn't just about posing and lighting. It is at least 50% emotional regulation. When the room is calm, the baby follows, and that's when the magic happens. My name is Sissi. Follow me for more baby photography topics. Hey guys, I don't chase viral newborn trends because popularity doesn't equal timeless. Every year on the internet, there's a new prop, a new color palette, a new must-do pose, and every year it dates itself. Your baby is only this small once. This stage never repeats. So why should I wrap something temporary around something that is permanent? I'm not shooting for Instagram, I'm not shooting for algorithms, and I'm definitely not shooting for 20 likes, unlike some other photographers do. I'm shooting from 20 years from now. Timeless is my style. When you open the album, I want you to see your baby, not a trend from 2026. Classic images age with dignity. Trends will expire. And I choose longevity over attention every time. What parents don't see during a newborn photo shoot is how little attention is actually on the camera. Throughout the session, there are constant safety checks, watching circulation, breathing, temperature, and comfort. When it comes to in-home photo shoot, there's a lot more to cope, how to deal with natural light, how to utilize what they have in the house. So it takes a lot of experiences to make the judgment on spot. Also, in terms of posing, poses are adjusted every few seconds. We always get the safety shots first, then refine the details as we go along. Most of the time, I'm watching your baby more than the camera. If it's not me, it would be my assistant or sometimes the parents. We cannot risk even 1 second without attention, even at the baby's home. Every session is led by the baby, so we can make the most of a very small, precious time window. Safety, calmly, and some intelligence always go a long way. How to make a 6-week-old baby still look like a 2-week-old newborn in photos. A lot of parents think if their baby is already 6 weeks old, they've missed out the newborn photo window. That is actually a myth. A 6-week-old baby can still look like a 2-week-old newborn with the right techniques. It all starts with posing knowledge. Using gentle, curved poses helps babies look smaller and more flexible. When it comes to angles and lens choice, I shoot top-down with a 50mm lens, leaving more negative space in the frame so the baby appears proportionally tiny. I also use foreground elements like soft overhanging flowers and a dreamy blurred background to create depth of field and enhance that newborn feeling. In the end, it's not about baby's age that makes a difference, it's about the photographer's hands. The biggest mistake parents make when booking a newborn session isn't about style, it's timing and experience. Booking too late can mean missing that sleepy, flexible newborn stage. Those early days really do matter. Another common mistake is choosing price over experience. Newborn photography isn't just about photos, it's about knowing how to handle a baby safely, calmly, and confidently. And many parents don't think to ask about safety training. But when someone is holding, posing, and soothing your newborn, that question matters. There's no judgment here, just information. Because when it comes to your baby, experience and safety always comes first. Newborn photography is not just taking cute photos. Anyone can buy a camera, but not everybody can handle a newborn. Behind every image, I'm watching breathing, circulation, temperature, and comfort. I'm reading tiny cues most people wouldn't notice. A finger color change, a breath pattern, a tension in the shoulders. Poses are adjusted every few seconds. Safety always comes before aesthetics. The camera is actually the easiest part. What matters is experience, patience, and knowing when to stop. Because beautiful photos mean nothing if your baby isn't calm, safe, and respected. Three things I do as a full-time photographer. 1. I price at premium and deliver premium. I focus on connection, service, and an unforgettable experience. When clients respect your craft, they return and they bring their whole circle with them. 2nd, I show the real work behind the results. Beautiful images are never effortless. Our job is full of challenges, patience, problem solving, and emotional labor. Let your audience see the reality builds trust and filters out the wrong clients. 3. I do not give photography advice to friends. Friends are for support, live chat, and laughters, not free mentorship. Healthy boundaries protect both the friendship and your business.
I know you think I'm lying, baby, but I'm really working. I'm up all night in the studio, and I'll be home soon.
Why do newborns need to be asleep during a photo session? Because safety comes first. When babies are deeply asleep, their muscles relax, making it safe to guide them into those cute curled-up poses. Awake newborns wiggle, startle, and fuss easily, which can be stressful for them and unstable for posing. A sleeping baby stays calm, peaceful, and comfortable, allowing us to capture those soft expressions and beautiful angles you love, safely and naturally.
Today, during an outdoor session in Kiribati, my client told me she wanted to take her wedding photos under the jacaranda trees, but her photographer refused, said there were too many people. If you really want to go, you can go by yourself. I've heard stories like this more than once. Yes, outdoor photography is challenging. You are fighting against time, light, weather, traffic, and the client's mood and energy, especially when you have a little toddler involved. During jacaranda seasons at Kiribati, it's so crowded everywhere, but that's exactly where a photographer's true value shows. After 10 years of shooting, I've learned there are 5 things I never do when shooting outdoors. 1. Never get distracted by crowd. Be quick, lead your clients, find a clean gap, and then shoot. 2nd, never use a lens cap. 0 seconds of hesitation can cost you a perfect emotion. 3rd, never chase the golden hour. Yes, light sometimes makes the magic, but your vision matters more. 4. Never force poses. Real emotions always win over perfect posture. 5th, never push babies. When they are tired, it's time to reset. Respect their rhythm. Outdoor photography isn't about pressing buttons, it's about patience, awareness, and emotion, creating memories that feel alive.